Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, Radiant, a show where your inner darkness, or as Seth's teacher says, the freeloader inside of him, is growing to be less of a threat. And that's what I was hoping for with this whole entire training arc, as you can call it, or just time away from everybody else to learn. We can truly say that Seth has, had the most ridiculous experience when it comes down to probably watching someone else that's inside of his body practically take over and do whatever. Sometimes he loses consciousness, but other times he knows it's happening, right? Like it's not like he's like, whenever I lose consciousness and bad things happen to people, I don't know what. It's more like I lose control and people start to get hurt. Like he knows he's aware of what he's doing. So, or he knows at least that whatsoever going on while he's not there is not good for others. But regardless of that, we're looking at some interesting development with his power and his overall kinship with Fantasia. Like, for instance, him being able to tap into it so well leads him into a position now where if anyone kind of faces him, we have no idea like the extent of power that he has just achieved, because I'm guessing it's around to being stronger than the darkness in him, because it has to be strong enough to subdue it, right? Or at least as we see, it's kind of wrapped up in the bounds, or the little wristband thing that Seth has on him. It's kind of bound up in something similar to that, right? It looks like that to me anyway. And because of that, it gave me that idea that that's probably where the most source is going to be coming from of his newfound strength, is believing and listening to the world around him to then build up more potential strength in his Fantasia. Instead of just collecting it through his body, he's going to be collecting it from everywhere, and that's what's going to make him a lot more of a threatening person to go against, which I look super forward to seeing with his character. Not only that, we get to see more of the shady man, who I'm pretty sure he's one of these blue spirit wielders, which not only is he one of them, they kind of sold themselves out in the case of, or they gave themselves away, because they said practically what they were, right? Like, whenever they're outside, it sounds like they can just have human forms, and whenever they come here, they need to conceal that fact, or for some reason, because he was about to walk in just normal in his casual clothes, but because he chose not to, um, it gives the story another bit of, oh snap, like who is that guy? And I mean, it's clearly the guy with the white hair that shows up in the hospital room. It kind of fits the mold and the timing perfectly. Not only that, it's not the guy with the beard. I feel like if it was the guy with the beard, the previews that were kind of alluding to the next week's episode would be very, very misleading the way that they set it up then, which could be fine. I mean, I'm not opposed to misleading stuff like that, but um, from what I heard or what I read, it seems like the bearded guy doesn't know anything about those spirits, or like the things that are attacking the farmers, so much so that he's looking into one of his own subordinates to find out more answers about it. So that gives him an out, in my opinion. But then you got the guy with the white hair who, he sided with someone who completely he should have had no idea is capable of whatever, seeing how he wasn't there. but he still sided with her. He clearly has like made her a sleeper agent of some sort with her eye that had like the magic going through it, which I think is going to be another thing Seth's going to have to break or try to help her understand the world of Fantasia, because I think also with the teacher telling Seth that her and him are the ones that can sense, see those little magical people inside of that world and that time rift. Um, because of that, she might be able to break whatever is in placed on her, probably since she was a kid or something along those lines. And by doing that, we'll see a really cool outcome of her pretty much showing us her way of pushing forward through this. Like Seth needed to hear his friends and the things he's already heard them say again and be reinforced while he was in his darkest. And maybe that's what she's going to need from Seth and even the new people that she's made friends with now that care, enough that if she got hurt, they would be running out of the way to try to find her and help her, just like how she would for them. Because just by hearing that she's not going to be okay and stuff in the hospital room, she started freaking out, sad, and then come to find out that they're both fine, she attacks him because her emotions were played with or toyed with. So it just goes to show you how honest and amazing some of these characters truly can be with, some time and effort put into them, and all the time and effort that's been put in them already. You already kind of know what they're about, right? We already have a good idea of what they bring to the table and what's possible for them in the future. So as a whole, I hope you guys are having an amazing one. It's been an interesting couple of months for your boy, but as a whole, to think that this channel is even growing still with someone like me at the front and the way I make videos, it's truly mind-blowing, and I can't thank you guys enough. I had one anime person who was with me through my other channel when it got shut down, and now I'm here again, doing better than my other channel did. He was the only one to really tell me, like, who cares if that channel's down? Make a new one. I want to hear your opinions, and let's talk. So another main reason why I'm making so many videos without taking any real breaks or just and pushing through them is for people like that who actually want to hear from me, people who care to hear from me. That's more than anything I could ask for from this channel and from anybody here. And if things get crazy of like people doing Patreons and stuff like that, I don't know if I'll ever get big enough to be doing something like that. But if it was something that you guys wanted me to do, like you wanted me to continue making daily videos, but I gotta stop making as many and stuff like that, and you wanted to help a way for me to be able to do that, that's crazy to think that would be even possible for me. So that's not where I'm going with this. I just want to have fun, and once this is all said and done and we get to, maybe when I don't make videos anymore, I hope we can still be on Twitter or whatever talking about all the new anime that come out for the ends of times, because that's what this community is really for, is to build bonds in the anime community that won't break. So with that being said, have an awesome one, everybody, and I will talk to you as soon as I get some new stuff to talk about. So with all that being said, peace.